What is good, everyone? We're here facing off against 6 Foot Hacks. They have Terra Water Conch. I told them I have Terra Fairy Lucha, but I did not bring Halucha, so I think that's pretty funny. We see no Aloe, which is great. I love to see that. Probably should have brought my Specs Terapagos, but that's fine. Bronzong is interesting. Did not expect that Pokemon to come. Like, definitely had no clue that that thing would come. And Salamence is surprising as well. I expected that we would see maybe the Tatugiri even here, and Aloe for sure. I guess it works though. We'll be fine in this game, hopefully. I'm definitely very nervous for this one, but we got it. Oh, no Clefable as well is pretty nice for me. I like that. We'll definitely take it. I'm leading with my Primeape here because we are Stealth Rock variants with U-turn. If we see Tinglu, he said there's no Lucha. Yeah, I got him. But yeah, since there's no Clef, I mean, I'm not really threatened on lead except for potentially Salamence, but it's not even like a Terramence or anything. So I can just Stealth Rock up, basically. We see the Conch lead. Interesting. Okay. So Primeape versus Conch. If this thing is like Guts or a Bulk Up is what I'm worried about. It can be scary. I don't die to it unless they are like already Flame Orbed, right? Yeah, I don't. So I can just Stealth Rock up here. I think that's my play for sure. Let's just getting up them rocks. And we'll see what you do from here. No Terra, which is fine. As you are just going to Drain Punch. That Drain Punch did a ton. And no Orb is quite interesting. So I actually don't die to the next one, which is nice. I can save this Pokemon if I just U-turn out here. And I can easily U-turn out into the Pecharunt. I do think that they are Guts. Well, checking this. How much did they do? 135? That's like a min roll from Adamant with Drain Punch. Or they're just not Adamant. But I think I just U-turn out here. I want to save my Primeape. They could totally predict this. They could definitely predict me going out to Pecharunt here. But I don't mind that. And I can just Parting Shot, I think. They might be Clear Amulet, but that would be fine as well. We'll just go Petch. Knockoff makes a lot of sense. They just drain. I think I will Toxic. I don't care that you are... I don't care if you're Guts. Getting this thing chipped down will be huge. So I'm just going to go for it. This thing is like... It's stopping my Palafin. It's just an annoying Pokemon, so... Might as well try to get it out of the way. We got the Stealth Rocks that are going to chip this thing down. Which will be nice. If they swap, I guess they could go Bronzong. That Bronzong could make sense. I think Tinglu also makes sense to come out here, especially if they're Covert Cloak. They are going to withdraw. Don't show me Bronzong. That would just be silly. Boo, is that Tinglu? Yes, it is. Beautiful. And we're just going to get that nice free Toxic off on this guy. Love to see it. Love to see this. And we do get the Poison, or the Confusion as well, which is nice. Doesn't really matter. Oh, they're going to be Lum. Okay. Lumberry is fine. So they're also going to get Unconfused. So this thing, if they're like Adamants, which they definitely could be, honestly, probably worth taking the Toxic on it anyways. So I'm just going to go for it. We should always outrun this guy. I don't think there's a universe where they do. Yeah, they can't even with Drawling. So, I mean, they're probably going to get a Hazard up here. If they do, I can spin it away. I have a ton of boots as well, so it's not that big of a deal. But I'll just Toxic it off and then Parting Shot out. I think maybe they are confused if I made that play in front of obvious Guts Conch, but I'm just happy that they're not like Terra Poison or Terra Steel, or they're not Flame Orb, so... I'd be fine beating them down because Hex is really nice. As they are going to withdraw again. Fair play. Probably Bronzong this time. Maybe Moth. It is Iron Moth. Okay. Iron Moth comes out. And they are going to take some stealth rocks, which is great. No booster. So it makes me feel like choiced. No, they're black sludge. Okay. So this thing could totally be sub. Does substitute lock parting shot. I just want to make sure. No, parting shot goes through sub. So I'll go for that. No reason not to. Fire dance might do some. Yeah, they're just going to sub up. They're going to sub up. We're going to get the parting shot off. So that's fine. They're going to be -1. But behind a sub is annoying for me to deal with. I can go Palafin if I want here. Since I'm not in the hero form, I can just... well, I guess I'm not even flip. Right? So I could go gouging. And I could just roar this thing out with gouging, honestly. Yeah, I like that. I like that idea. We just go gouging. I'm not going to take very much for -1 moth. And I'll just roar it. And then it'll take a bunch more hazards. So we'll go for that. There's nothing really that they could bring in here that would be that threatening for me. Only thing that's annoying... We do see Toxic. Yeah, that's what I was going to say. Toxic from that thing is annoying. We're going to get the roar off, so Moth is going to be chipped. Guess I could have gone Palafin there and pivoted, but we just roar them out. Fine by me. Hopefully we get Meowscarada out here. Would make me happy. We get Conk. That is not the end of the world. Not Gut or not Flame Orb, like I was talking about. A Flare Blitz is going to do a lot to this Pokemon. Honestly, very worth going for the Flare Blitz here. I could also roar, expecting Ting Lu to want to come out, but I think Flare Blitz is just free. They could Terra Water here, and Dragon Claw would be the right choice, but they don't. Beautiful, and they're like very much max HP, at least, in their helmet, like we saw earlier. They're going to EQ. I think I eat this. We do. Easily eat that. And I could Morning Sun if I wanted to. Dragon Claw is just very free on this turn, and I don't need Gouging Fire in this game. It's really nice to have, but I don't need it. Yeah, I don't need this. So I'll just Dragon Claw here. Probably see them Terra Water. And then... I mean, they can't get very much back from a Drain Punch. Yeah, this should do a decent chunk. I'll be happy with this. Even if they go Ting Lu here, I'll be very happy with the damage. Because this Conk is at 50%. They do Terra Water. They might knock me out with Mach Punch. I don't think they do. I mean, if they're max attack adamant with this Mach Punch, I think I still live. We do see Mach. Yes, we do. Beautiful. Which means they're not max attack adamant based on the roll that they got. Which is great. This thing's very, very low, and we're just going to die to Helmet. Fine by me. I do not mind that at all. I can go out to Peturunt here, I think. It's super free to click Hex versus them. Even if they're Assault Vest, I always knock them out. And they do not have enough speed for me. But that would invite in the nasty guy. So I could just go Palafin here. And Palafin in the unhero form versus Terra Water. Jet Punch should be able to knock them out here. So I think we'll just go for that. They are at 10-ish%. Maybe I just Drain here. If they Mach Punch me, it's not the end of the world. I Drain Punch, get a little bit of health back. Yeah, let's just Drain. Play it a little bit safe. They are going to Mach Punch. I'm going to get some good damage off. I could have bulked up there. Would have been a solid idea. We're just going to Drain. I'm obviously going to take the Rocky Helmet, but I did not want to risk the roll there. Just because if they are very defensive, they would have lived. But now I'm going to be able to swap out and get my Terra. Or not my Terra, but get this thing going. Which will be good for me. Get that Jet Punch online. It'll be really, really solid to have in the back. And no more Conk is great as well. If we see the Meowscarada come out. I think I still always live a Flower Trick off of them. In no hero mode, I could still Drain Punch them. Honestly, it does a lot. But if they... It's an interesting situation for sure. Chiquita. Yeah, it is just going to be this guy. They're going to take Rock, so no boots, which is nice for me. Yeah, without the hero form, I actually have a role where I die here. I definitely have roles where I die here. So, it's an interesting situation, like I said. Thundurus looks really good in this game. It does. But I don't know if I can justify it having it around. I could also just sack the Primate. I think sacking Primate makes the most sense. Because it got its Stealth Rocks up. That really did a lot of work. I think I misplayed by going out to Palafin and then not Jet Punching, trying to get the roll since I went out to Palafin. I think I probably should have just went out to Primate before. As we see them go for knockoff. Primate from 91 to 85. We actually eat it. 91, right? We took 85. That is Adamant. Adamant knockoff, which is fine with me. I will just click U-turn here, as they will knock off again. They also could just be choiced in some capacity. I think Thundurus and U-turn is a solid option on this turn. Or we could just go Terapagos and be very annoying for them. Like a Terra Starstorm after Rocks probably just knocks them out for sure. Yeah, after Rocks, like Terra Starstorm definitely knocks them out. I like hopefully force them into a position where they either let this thing go down, or they give me a Toxic on Tinglu and I get the hazards away and everything. Even on Tinglu, I could go Thundurus or Petron, or not Petron. I meant Palafin. So this is a very weird game so far. I'm on the back foot, but this is still solid. So I'm just going to Terra Starstorm off the bat. If they are choiced, they might just want to stay in and attack me. This thing like definitely could be Choice Scarfed. If they are, that makes it very annoying for me later in the game. But yeah, I mean, this is going to do a lot of damage to anything on their team. Could have also chosen to spin here, but this is fine. Lumberry Tinglu is very interesting. They're going to low sweep. Okay, they're going to lower my speed. That did nothing, which is what I expected it to do, but lowered speed is so weird. They're going to knock them out, so having that Meowscarada is huge for my Thundurus. Thundurus looks great here, and if Tinglu comes out, I will just click the Toxic. If Bronzong comes out, it would just be a Dark Pulse situation probably. But yeah, I'm just going to Toxic this thing. If there's Substitute and Speedy, that could be crazy. But I outrun them unless they're like max speed, man. So I'm just going to get this Toxic. We probably either see Hazards or Ruination. Makes a lot of sense. I'd be totally fine if we see Ruination here. We see Body Press. Does not kill me, so we still have this thing around for later. I love that. Honestly, I kind of want to go Pecharunt, although it'd be nice to keep it healthy for the Salamence that is in the back. So I could go Thundurus here. Thundurus into like U-turning out. Honestly, seems like a solid idea. If we see Ruination here, then we're super punished. But I think Earthquake makes sense for them to go for here. I think that Spike makes sense for them to go for here. I don't think that they're going to go for Ruination on this turn. I really don't. So let's just go out to this guy. Hope that this works out in my favor. They do Earthquake, beautiful. So I love that prediction for me. And I like U-turn if they stay in. Maybe just go back out to Terapagos, probably. They do stay in. I'm thinking Terapagos makes sense. All right. Terapagos, and if they hazard, I just spin it away. Keep my Palafin healthy. I feel like Ruination makes a lot of sense to come out from their side here. It's going to be Rock Tomb. Okay. Rock Tomb. And we super die to anything this guy wants to go for. I could Dark Pulse, try to flinch them as they go Bronzong, but I think Terra Starstorm. If they're not super specially defensive, which they might not be, I could potentially knock this thing out. So I'm going to try. They will faint to the Toxic afterwards. We'll see. Yep, they do survive, and they're going to Body Press take me out. That's fine, because it means they don't get Moxie with their Ments. I really like that, actually. And, I mean, it's pretty free Palafin. It's pretty free Pecharunt. Pecharunt does get beat by the Iron Moth, though, but I don't think there's any reason for them to bring out Moth here. I think the Bronzong makes a lot of sense to come out. And if they bring out Bronzong, I could plot. I could just straight up plot on them. So we'll go with this. We'll go Thundy. See, Andreas, which is the Salamence. Okay. And they do take rocks. And they're Intimidate. What? At first I was thinking this thing like might be Banded Outrage. And I do always outspeed them if they are banded. If they're Scarfed, this can be scary. Maybe I do go Pecharunt, just pivot into it, because that's why we have Pecharunt still. We'll pivot Pecharunt. We'll pivot Pecharunt. Hex probably does not break their sub, unfortunately, but they might think I have Shadow Ball, Malignant Chain. They're going to drop a Draco. The Draco Meteor does a ton. Salamence Draco Meteor, that did... 379 minus 141. They did 238. That's just like max special attack. Now they're -2. I think that's modest as well. I don't think we ever die. So I'll just Parting Shot. I will just Parting Shot out here. I think we always live another one. And I could easily recover, but I think we are going to see them swap out. They Draco again. That's fine. We always live. Beautiful. That's that EV investment. 96 special defense means we always live. 2 modest Dracos. And, I mean, now it's super free to go Thundy, right? Even Palafin is incredibly free here. If I go Palafin, this guy is -4. Probably Choice Scarfed. I can bulk up. Honestly, I can bulk up for a while. I need a lot of bulk ups to be able to knock this guy out. I mean, he'll be at 50%. I need 3 bulk ups. And then I knock out this guy. I think I'm going to go Palafin. And I'm going to bulk up. I think it makes the most sense. I threaten them with Ice Punch here. And I think they should just go Bronzong. I think Bronzong makes the most sense. As they do withdraw. Oh, they go with Iron Moth. Okay, that's fine. I'm going to get that free bulk up. I could go for a second one. I'm a little bit worried that they might be packing Discharge because electric moves are solid versus my team, even though they should always be Energy Ball. And I could lose here if I try to bulk up too much. Right? Iron Moth. They're not like crazy offensive. I just have to Jet Punch. They withdraw. That's fine. I should have bulk upped, but that's okay. They go back out to Andreas, which is a good play. They're going to take a good bit here, though. They're going to get the Intimidate off. I forgot about Intimidate. That might still be 2 at KOing. It did 25%. I just have to go for another one here. I have to go for another one. No HP invested is a roll here. They're exactly at 25%. It's a 50-50 shot to KO. If they're smart, they might swap out again. I mean, they can't, really. I just have to get the roll. Oh, they live on 1. They live on 1 and they drop the Draco. That's going to knock me out here. Oh, my goodness. That's so bad. Because I think they're Choice Scarfed and they're just going to be able to win now. Well, they can't win with this guy, which is nice. We go Thunderous. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to sack the Pecharunt. I think I sack the Pecharunt here, predicting them to be Choice Scarfed and then get to -4. I did that just so like they could switch out to Iron Moth on my Pecharunt swap in at first, as they're not choiced. Okay, I mean, Pecharunt was just a sack anyways, so maybe I can do it. They're -2 special attack. Thunderous always lives a Draco, but I don't think I can ever set up on them. I don't think I can. I'll just T-Bolt. No Scarf is crazy on that guy, by the way. It's really up to Bronzong here. And if they're specially defensive Bronzong, I do think they beat me. If they're physically defensive, it can be scary for them. If they're physically defensive, I can 2-hit KO here. I think I can. I might not get 2-hit KO'd back, but Moth is probably fast enough to outspeed me. But we'll see. I also can paralyze them. I definitely can. That's not a 2-hit KO. Their Power Gem. Their Power Gem, that does exactly 150. Power Gem, they're invested. This is a chance to knock me out. It's a roll, though. If we get this and they're slow, I could be okay. Man, if we just got that roll with Palafin, I would have won. 100%. If I just bulked up a second time... No, bulk up a second time wouldn't have won. But I would have won if I got the roll with Palafin. Maybe I should have sacked off the Pecharunt first, then went back out to Palafin. Come on. Come on. Big crit? Nope. No para. They Trick Room. Are they slow on the Iron Moth? They really are? Man. Come on. Live this Power Gem. Live it. Live it. Live it. Live it. Live it. They knock us out. Aw, such a close game. They crit me. That matters, man. That matters. That definitely matters. That's so crazy. GG's to Leo. That's insane. If I got that roll, they were Fast Moth, so I would have won. Insane game. But GG's. Hope you guys did enjoy. If you do, please be sure to leave a like and sub. See you in the next one. Peace.